Welcome to day one of our 5-day detox mini series, which is our mini reset as we move into the rest of the year and move towards optimizing our body's function on our journey to the best health for our bodies. So today's topic, we always start detox with talking about hydration. Why is that? Because at the end of the day, water plays such a critical role in every function of our body, in every function of our metabolism. But as we focus on detox, let's just talk about detoxing in general and then lead into why it is super critical to start with hydration. A buzzword in wellness has become a buzzword, but really it's an ancient practice. There is nothing new about detoxing. Cultures like traditional Chinese medicine and in Indian Ayurvedic medicine, as long as many traditional cultures have long been using different cleansing rituals to rejuvenate their body, mind, and spirit. Today, modern day detoxing has become more about removing the harmful chemicals from our daily lives because we know that we are exposed to thousands, hundreds of thousands of different chemicals like pollutants, pesticides, processed foods, and they can overwhelm our body's natural systems of detoxification. Your liver, your kidneys, your colon, even your skin are naturally able to detoxify the body. But with today's chemical exposure, these organs can become sluggish, overworked, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and inflammation. So detoxing helps to reset your body systems, to give it a bit of a break from that overwork. If we feel like we need a vacation, your body feels like it needs a vacation as well sometimes, yeah? If we don't take these, intermittent breaks or resets, then we end up with fatigue and the weight gain that we mentioned before. The other additional benefits we can get often from a detox process would be to improve our digestion, improve your metabolism, overall energy levels, clearer skin, belly fat loss. So those are the things that I enjoy when I do take the time to commit to a period of resetting and detoxing. By minimizing toxin exposure and improving the efficiency of our organs to detoxify, we will end up feeling overall better in many ways and everything just works better. You also tend to have reduced cravings, and if anybody's struggling with sugar cravings or just junk food cravings in general, hopefully through this process that will be minimized. And it's also really good for regularizing or resetting your hormones, especially your hunger and appetite hormones. So ultimately, detoxing helps you regain a sense of balance, reduce inflammation, and reconnect with your body's natural signals, paving the way for long-term healthy habits. In today's session, we're going to focus on hydration as the first step in detoxifying. You learn why water is your body's best friend when it comes to cleansing. And I'll share some simple actions that you can take from today to boost your hydration. The importance of hydration in detoxing. When your body is properly hydrated, your body can flush out toxins more efficiently, keep digestion smooth, and clear your skin of any skin issues you may be having. Hydration is the first and most important step in any detox journey because water is key in order to flush your kidneys, in order to help your liver to do its work of detoxifying, and also to cleanse the bowels, which is your digestive system, which often gets backed up. Those are the main functions of why hydration matters in the detoxing process. And in order for the toxins to come out, they have to leave through either your urine, your bowel movements, or sweat. There are often some challenges that come up when you begin a detox process. One of the most common issues is dehydration. If you're not accustomed drinking the amount of water that your body needs to really feel hydrated, then when you first start drinking it, you may feel that it's too much, or you may not be thirsty, so it's hard for you to drink the water. But it's in order to avoid that dehydration, you really have to focus on doing your best to get the water in order to avoid some of the dehydration symptoms, which might be feeling sluggish, low energy. Headaches is a big one, sometimes on that first day. Now, we're not doing a full fast, so it may not be that dramatic for you if you have done any sort of cleansing before, but you do want to be aware that if you start getting headaches on day one, as you increase your water intake and cut out some of the things that we will be eliminating, then the first step would be to increase your water intake. Changes in skin in terms of a sign of dehydration. You may have dry skin, you may have little breakouts, and water would be your first step in order to fix those symptoms of dehydration. As you go through the process, you want to also take note of little signs of dehydration, which would be one, look at your urine. First morning void, they call it in medical terms, but the first time you go to the bathroom in the morning, yes, your urine may be a little darker, but it shouldn't be brown. That would be a sign that there's a lot of stuff coming out and you need to increase the water intake, but it would be a deeper yellow. But throughout the day, we want it to be light yellow, not clear, but light yellow. So that's one step you can take, just to be aware of your own body and how it's reacting to the increased water intake, or if it's tending towards dehydration. Okay, so we're going to jump into awareness. This is a personal journey, even though we're doing it together. So let's start by bringing awareness to your current hydration habits. Hopefully you have some notepaper that you can use, and you can also share in the chat. Take a minute to either write down or share in the chat what you've had to drink for today already. It's about midday or whatever time of day it is for you. If you can share what you've had to drink, I would say, actually, let's say within the last 24 hours. So how much water, if you've had coffee, any other drinks, how many alcohol. So writing down everything, just take a minute to do that. And as you do that, some of you, if you're finished already, that means that, what you drank may not have been that much. How would you assess your drinks or how much you drank? Of course, the ballpark figure that we tend to use in terms of how much water you need for the day would be about half of your body weight. So current body weight, right? Not the weight you want to be, the weight you are today, in ounces. So if you are 150 pounds, that would be 75 ounces of water a day. Using that as a gauge, you can now assess whether you are getting enough, whether it's short, whether you had a mix of water and other drinks that may add up to something around that. So let me touch on that, because that's often a question. What counts as water? Does it all have to be pure water? The answer that we like to give is that it doesn't all have to be pure water, but it all has to be, we can only count things that are hydrating. And the list of things that are hydrating are very short, which would be water. Number one, pure water without any added sugar or salt. Second would be herbal teas that are unsweetened, because they're basically just flavored water. And therefore, again, nothing much is added other than the healing compounds of the teas. And number three would be coconut water, because we do know that coconut water is quite hydrating, especially as an electrolyte replacer. But that would be more beneficial for times when you're sweating, because it does contain electrolytes, sodium, and little sugar. So it is not a substitute for pure water, but it is hydrating. Those would be the types of drinks that we would consider hydrating. Let's see what is not hydrating. Juices of any kind. Natural juices, even in the juicer, we would count that as juice and not as water. So that would be counted separately. Coffee, we don't count, because it is known to be dehydrating because of the caffeine. It's also acidic, therefore would not qualify as water or hydrating. Any other drink that you would add sweeteners or milk or tea in Trinidad, right? So hopefully that makes it clear what we are thinking about or looking at when we are looking to increase our hydration. So any questions on that, definitely let me know. All right, and from our chat, I see that everyone agrees that we have some work to do in this category, even though we know, right? This is a constant struggle for me as well. It's something that I have to intentionally focus on in order to get it done. It does not come naturally to me to drink a lot of water, but I notice that the more I do drink water, the more I want to drink water. It's really about switching up the pattern. And as you begin to hydrate yourself, it's almost as if it turns on the thirst mechanism and it's now working properly. And like you're able to better assess when you actually are thirsty. And when you give that your body that water in response to your thirst, it's like giving yourself the gift of life and hydration. Yes, so we'll move on to our action steps for day one. I know some of you have told me that you're all ready. Where's the diet plan? You're all ready for the diet. But I really want you to focus on over the next 5 days. This is not about a diet. Detoxing is always about a process. We're going to get into the eating tomorrow. So be sure to join us tomorrow or download the recording if you can't join us in person. But for today, we are focusing on the hydration. So the drinks, what you're drinking. So the action steps for today into tomorrow would be, number one, we want to start your day with water, because how you start your day sets the tone for the rest of the day. If this is not a habit that you already have, starting your day with a tall glass of water, ideally it would be room temperature or warm water. The warm water has a bit more of a cleansing effect. And then what you add into the water, lime is in season here in Trinidad. If you do have access to lemon, that is also a great option. That adds to the cleansing power of the water. So that's something simple that we can focus on throughout the next 5 days and even beyond. Number two would be, if you haven't done so already, you want to strictly avoid, not just minimize, not just decrease. So we're going hard for the 5 days. We are cutting out all drinks with sugar over the next 5 days. That includes your tea with sugar. That includes your coffee with sugar. That includes any and every fruit juice. With at this point. And then the total amount of water for the day is at least 2 liters. So that's your minimum. But if when you did your calculation for half of your body weight, it's more than 2 liters, then you want to aim for that number. If you cannot get to that number today, you want to start with the at least 2 liters if you're not there yet, and work your way up over the 5 days. So those are the 3 action steps. Ideally, you would take all of them. But if that feels like you are not quite ready for that, choose at least 2 that you are willing to commit 100% to at this point. For this 5-day journey together, it's only going to work if we commit. So we don't want you, just let me just go and see what you're talking about, and then maybe I'll try. No, once we hear the word try, that signifies to your mind that it's optional. So we want to use the word commit, and our way of helping you to make that commitment is to actually take an action to commit. Our request is that you would show your commitment to this process by giving you options. You can post your water intake on your social media, which can include your WhatsApp. If you're not on like Instagram or Facebook, you can do like your WhatsApp status or something like that. Something to show that you have made this commitment and that you're actually doing it. Yes. Is that going to hold you accountable to the people who see it? Yes. But that's the beauty of it. But it may also inspire others by you making this commitment. The goal is that we want to stay accountable together. And if you use the hashtags 5-day detox, hashtag reset and recharge, and most importantly, hashtag empower nutrition, so that you tag us, then what happens is that at the end of the 5 days, we'll be giving out some prizes. We're gonna check out who actually tags us and how often you tag us in your post over the next 5 days, and we are gonna pick a winner who would receive a wonderful gift from us. So stay tuned for that. If you're all for that, if you want to take part in that, that's the other benefit of this accountability or commitment step, is that you would be eligible for prizes at the end. The second option would be to post the hashtag that is on the screen that you will receive in an email, as in we've made it for you. Or if you are a creative type and you want to do your own, feel free. But this is an affirmation that you can utilize to keep you focused. For today, each day over the 5 days, we will share different affirmations that help with the mental side of things as well as the taking action. So our affirmation for today says, I am ready to release what no longer serves me. So if you are ready for that, if that is true for you, then let's repeat it together, and you can unmute your mics and we can say it together as we wrapping up. Let's go. You all are ready to say it with me? Hopefully you all are ready. Are you all ready?
Yeah, we are.
All
Yes.
right,
Yep.
great. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. I am ready.
I am ready to release what no longer serves me.
Thank you. I honor you for this commitment that you're making to yourself and doing this as a group. And yeah, as we wrap up, this is basically day 1. We'll come back again tomorrow. Hopefully, everyone is receiving the emails with the updates, because we do have some educational resources. I'll just address questions at this point. Open up the chat and see. So Vanessa asked, what about fruits for hydration, like watermelon? Yes, the fruits will add to your hydration, and the less dehydrating foods that you eat, that's also a big part of it. So, but even with the fruits, we still go in for the minimum 2 liters. So for example, if you need 2.5 and you say, okay, well, I'm gonna commit to the 2, and then make sure I eat my fruits to get additional, that could work. But we're not saying, oh, well, I'm just going to eat, as they say in Trinidad, hututu fruit, and that will be my hydration. Yeah, we still want to get the pure water. But definitely, yes, fresh fruits can be hydrating. What is the concentration of water to lime? You can do 8 to 12 ounces of water and about half a lime, if it's a average size lime. If it's a really tiny one, maybe the whole one, but about half of a lime. If it's a lemon, like the larger lemons, quarter of a lemon could work. So you literally might just need 1 big lemon would last you about 4 days. So any more questions before we wrap up for today?
Interested in finding out 2 things. One, so we have these kind of tea bags that are cold brew. I think it's no sugar. I actually add it to my water. Can I still do that?
Yes, definitely.
Second, well, maybe 3 questions. Second question, so if I have like make a big jug of water and put some cucumbers in it with some lemon and stuff, and I drink that throughout the day, can I still do that?
And infused water, yes. The lemon, I tend not to recommend drinking lemon throughout the day because it erodes your teeth. The acid. So more things like cucumber, maybe a slice of fruit, watermelon, apple, anything like that. Ginger, herbs like, mint or basil or something like that. Rosemary is really good. So yeah, and infused water, great idea. Thanks for reminding us of that one. And the lemon, it's not that you can't drink lemon, it's just, the acid throughout the day could be a little much. Yes, I was waiting to see if anybody ask about the coffee. In our longer programs, we tend to cut out the coffee. But this one, because it's just 3 days, we're not insisting that you cut off the coffee, but we would recommend no more than 1 cup, no sugar, no milk. If you can't do black coffee, great. 1 cup a day could still work on this 5-day mini reset. Anyone else happy to hear about the coffee? That we don't have to cut it out completely today.
I just want to clarify. So the lemon is only for the first drink of the day,
Yes.
not throughout the day.
That more concentrated. I mean, if you wanted to do it like in the evening, maybe a second time, sure, but I wouldn't do it throughout the whole day.
Oh, okay, because what I did, I just squeezed the lemon in my 2-liter jug. I was drinking it out for the day, so I shouldn't be doing that. Just the first drink should be lemon water.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and for those hardcore, because I know some of you are accustomed to drinking that, so if you want to step it up a notch, we can go with the lemon water and adding some cayenne pepper in there. Which is always fun. But if you're up for it, the cayenne has great cleansing properties, kills parasites and stuff, and gives you a little metabolic boost. So if you're up for that excitement, go for it. All right, so let's recap today's session. Today, we talked about the importance of detoxing and why we engage in such a process, which really is to optimize the functioning of our bodies and our organ systems that help to keep things running efficiently. We talked about the importance of hydration, and we took a look at where you are at with your daily hydration habits based on the last 24 hours. And we admitted that all, if not most of us, do need to improve our hydration, and we are focusing on the action steps of starting our day with water, drinking a minimum of 2 liters a day or more, depending on your weight and your activity level, and to cut out all sweetened or sugary beverages, even the natural one. So in terms of eating, we will talk about that tomorrow. We'll be diving into how to fuel your body with clean, detox-friendly foods. We will be sending a menu. We agreed to send it out today. So let us know if you don't receive that by tomorrow morning, but you should get it today. And that's it for today. Yeah, so remember to stay engaged in the process. The benefit of doing it as a group is that, one, the accountability. Even though we don't have a WhatsApp group for this one, you can always interact with us on social media. And don't forget to post your affirmation or your water intake habits or commitments, and hashtag resets, hashtag 5-day detox, hashtag empower nutrition, so that we can give out some prizes at the end. We did it. Day 1, all the best. Reach out to us if you have any further questions or any issues come up. Get that water in, stay hydrated, and we'll see you tomorrow.